This is Abby Ward here with the first look at your evening news on KCIM. A Sac City family home is deemed a total loss after an electrical fire on Friday afternoon. Fire Chief Dale Duncan says the Sac City Fire Department got dispatched at approximately 3:40 p.m. at 205 South 12th Street, owned by Jeffrey St. Clair, for a fire in an attic due to an electrical overload. While unable to confirm they were all running, Duncan observed multiple heaters throughout the residence. The Lakeview and Linton Fire Department, the Sac City Police Department, and the Sac County Ambulance battled the freezing weather for around 2.5 hours, extinguishing the blaze, checking structure for hotspot, and assisting the residents of the home. 2 of the occupants were transported to Loring Hospital in Sac City for minor injuries, while the rest remained unharmed. The house and all personal property inside were destroyed due to the fire, smoke, and water damage. Duncan wants to remind residents to be careful and stay warm but remain safe and to not overload electrical units. The Sac City, Iowa Hometown Pride has set up donations of clothing and personal care items for the family while getting back onto their feet. For questions or wanting to drop off necessities for donation, contact Kim Peterson at 712-660-0270. A full list of items currently being requested is included with the story on our website. All politically minded eyes will be on Iowa today as the 2024 Republican presidential nominating kicks off with Iowa caucuses. To participate, voters must be eligible to cast ballots in the November 5th, 2024 election, meaning 17-year-old Iowans can join if their 18th birthday falls before that date. Voters must be a member of the Republican Party. Individuals can register or change parties at the caucus site, but voter identification, such as valid driver's license or state-issued ID, passport, military ID, etc., is required. The caucuses begin at 7 p.m. and organizers ask voters to arrive 15 to 30 minutes early to complete their registration. The following is a list of caucuses locations by county. So for Audubon County, Precinct 1 will report to the Audubon High School, and Precinct 2 will be at the Exira EHK Middle School in Exira. Calhoun County, all precincts are at the South Central Calhoun Middle School in Rockwell City. Carroll County, Arcadia, Carroll Ward 1, 2, 3, and 4, north half of Maple River Township and south half of Maple River Township, and the Wheatland Kneast all will caucus at the Carroll High School here in Carroll. While Eden, Eltwalt, Washington, and Roselle will go to the IKM Manning High School in Manning to caucus. And Glidden, Richland, Pleasant Valley, Newton, Sheridan, Grant, Jasper, and Union will all report to the Lincoln Club to caucus in Glidden. Crawford County, all precincts will go to the Denison Schleswig Fine Arts Center at the high school. Greene County Central Precinct is at Greene County Fairgrounds at Clover Hall in Jefferson. East Precinct is at Grand Junction Community Center in Grand Junction. Jefferson 1 is to caucus at Greene County Elementary School. And Jefferson 2 is to caucus at Greene County Courthouse. North Precinct is at Sheridan Public Library. And West Precinct is at Scranton Community Center. Guthrie County Baird Precinct is at the Baird Library, and Casey Precinct is at Adair Casey School. Guthrie Center and Panora Precincts are at the Panora Elementary School. Stewart Precinct is at West Central High School, and Yale Precinct is at Yale Community Club. And then for Sac City, Auburn, Early, Lakeview, Lytton, Nemaha, Old Bolt, Sac City, Schaller, and Wall Lake will all report to Ridgeview Middle School to caucus in Early, Iowa. And that has been the first half of your evening news here on KCIM. This has been Abby Ward reporting. We'll be back with more after these messages.
The Massey Ferguson 4700 series designed for smart, ergonomic, and long-lasting operation. Heavier than the competition, an MF 4700 series tractor won't flinch when it comes to pulling larger implements and balers. Tested in the harshest conditions around the globe, these tractors can handle all the tough jobs you throw at them. Stop by Robinson Implement in Irwin, Corning, or Pocahontas to learn more about the Massey Ferguson 4700 series.
At Home Care Options, it's all about their clients, respectful treatment, and proper care. It isn't a slogan, it's their business model. For more than 30 years, they have proudly helped those with disabilities in our area, whether it was with residential care or day hab services. Here is what their clients say about their experience and why they chose Home Care Options.
Hi, I'm Kennedy Fellows. No group home like it because there's nobody who cares like Kristen and the staff. We do fun things. We go to Deal's Orchard. We go to help out at the food pantry. We get donations sometimes. It's all really fun.
Hi, this is Mark. I came to Home Care Options the summer of 2013. My staff helps me out with my goals and stuff, and they're always there if I need help. And we do a lot of fun stuff. Sometimes we go to the monster trucks, stuff like that.
If you have a loved one with disabilities, what do you look for in their residential or day hab care? Home Care Options, a family caring for families.
And welcome back for the second half of your evening news here on KCIM. This is Abby Ward reporting. Let's take a look at a quick weather forecast here. Tonight we're looking at mostly clear with a low around -11, wind chill values as low as -35, wind gusts as high as 24 miles per hour. Tuesday sunny and cold with a high near 5, wind chill value as low as -30 with wind gusts as high as 25 miles per hour. And we are in that wind chill warning until tomorrow at noon. Heading into Tuesday night, increasing clouds with the temperature rising to around 5 by 4 a.m. Wind chill values as low as -20 with wind gusts as high as 22 miles per hour. Wednesday, mostly cloudy with a high near 16. On Wednesday night, mostly cloudy with a low around -2. Yesterday's high was in the afternoon at -7, and yesterday's low was at -19 at 7 a.m. Sunrise tomorrow will be at 7:45 a.m. And with that, we will be taking a look at your evening news. Carroll County's 4 public libraries are seeking a 5% increase in funding from the Board of Supervisors for fiscal year 2025. The Carroll County Library Association, which represents the Carroll, Coon Rapids, Glidden, and Manning public libraries, presented their ask during the board's meeting on Monday. Carroll Library Director Wendy Johnson says the association has not asked for an increase in funding since fiscal year 20, and the cost of materials and services has increased significantly from 5 years ago.
Our current funding level has been the same since fiscal year 2020, and there have been substantial increases in every aspect of our budget since that time. With the increased costs for all the programming and general supplies, it is becoming harder to offer the same level of staffing, services, and resources to our communities.
Library attendance in fiscal year 2023 was up 14% from fiscal year 22 to 72,576 people, while circulation was down 3% to 148,897 for the same time frame. Johnson says that the drop in circulation does not adequately reflect the impact each library has on its community.
Libraries are about so much more than how many books are checked out and how many people walk through the door. Those statistics are very easy to compile and compare from year to year, which is why we present them. But they do not show the whole picture of what libraries are or what libraries do. For that, you would need to visit the library, participate in a story time with some new parents learning how to read to their kiddos, put a few pieces in the puzzle with our regular patrons, use a public computer to print off a return slip for Amazon, book a study room for a college class or a business meeting, take an ISU extension class, drop in for a no school day activity, join one of the many groups that choose to make the library their safe space, and the list could go on and on.
Johnson explained some additional service they offer at Carroll Libraries beyond loaning out books.
We do offer services like we have one from the state called Brain Fuse or Help Now, Vet Now, that has help with applying for veteran services, help for applying for jobs, for the FAFSA, for all sorts of things like that.
The 5% increase equals an additional $4,414, bringing the library's total fiscal year 25 ask to just under $88,300. The supervisors did not take formal action on the request during Monday's meeting and will decide how much to direct to the libraries as they make their way through the budgeting process. Snow is not in Iowa's forecast until late Wednesday and Thursday. Meteorologist Alan Curtis with the National Weather Service office in the Des Moines Metro says it will be nothing like what Iowa has endured over the past few days.
Certainly not, 10 inches of snow, again, like we saw the last couple of storms.
The National Weather Service reports 25.5 inches of snow fell in the Quad Cities from Monday through Friday of last week. Dubuque recorded 24.7 inches of snow during that time frame, nearly 2 feet in Waterloo from Monday through Friday. All those are all recorded amounts for a 5-day period. Curtis says the snow has piled up will stay for a while.
Even if we got warm, 30s, 40s degrees, we would need, at least a couple of weeks of that to make a real dent in people's general snowpack in their yards. And there's areas, edges of driveways, parking lots, rural areas that have feet of snow, and it's going to take even longer for that. So for better or worse, I hope people are prepared to see this snow stick around for a number of weeks.
Today's high will be below zero by 6 o'clock when tens of thousands of Iowas will be arriving at caucus sites around the state. Wind chills will flirt with 30 below zero.
And so the takeaway there is, traveling, please be careful, because if you get stuck, that's when the wind chills and the cold really become a concern for people. And just dress appropriately. Take your time.
There is a wind chill warning in effect for Iowa until noon on Tuesday. The final blitz is underway as candidates and their campaigns rush to convince supporters to attend tonight's caucuses. Former President Donald Trump is holding a tele-rally at noon. Former United Nations Ambassador Nikki Haley stopped by Des Moines Diner earlier this morning. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is making stops in Sioux City, Council Bluffs, and Cedar Rapids today.
We know we've got a huge number of people that 100% are going to show up for us. Then we know we've got a lot more people that are very likely to show up for us. And so that's been a lot of hard work, and that's going to pay dividends for us.
DeSantis made campaign stops in all 99 counties.
New Hampshire's more momentum. Iowa's more being there and going to the counties. I think there's going to be a vote. We think we're going to do well. And then you're going to go Tuesday morning. It's going to be a new world.
The latest Des Moines Register NBC News Iowa poll shows DeSantis in third place in Iowa, Haley in second place, and former President Donald Trump 28 points ahead of her. DeSantis says Trump has been the default choice for many Republicans.
When I'm out there making my case, it lands with conservative voters.
DeSantis says the question he heard from Iowans often don't match what he hears from the national media.
I think it does give me hope for the future, because I think we do have an underlying decency in this country that oftentimes people ignore, and there's so much other nonsense that clouds it out, but it's there.
DeSantis has been saying he thinks he'll win the Iowa caucuses, but he's recently added the caveat that this is a long race for delegates at the national convention, and he notes Iowa has 20 delegates compared to New Hampshire's 10. Businessman Vivek Ramaswamy is making stops in Urbandale, Waterloo, and Cedar Rapids, and he'll visit a caucus site in Clive tonight. And that has been a look at your evening news here on KCIM. This has been Abby Ward reporting.